was one story. There was in a certain park. Please hear this one. A certain park, the squirrels, you know squirrels, and we have a lot of them in England. They are living in the trees. They are like monkeys. They are experts in the trees. Huh? On the ground, they are more nervous. Their place is in the trees. But in the family of squirrel is living in the park, in the canopy. But one of them become very familiar with people. He's coming and taking peanuts. And the people find, oh, he's cute. He's coming right up to the hand, taking. So one day, one man come into the park very early, and he starts by throwing one nut, and then closer one nut. And he's coming, taking the nuts. Going off, coming back, taking the nut. Come right to the hand, taking the nut. He grabbed the squirrel back of the head and puts him in a bag and leaves quickly the park. Then this man takes the squirrel, he puts around the neck a string and ties this squirrel to a brick in the back of his garden. And the squirrel stays there. And that becomes his new life. And every day the man goes to work and he's coming home, he turns the lock of the front door and the squirrel, then he comes, he gives the squirrel nuts, gives him milk, water, every day, same thing. The squirrel gets accustomed to this life of having nuts delivered. Okay, everything is there. And get accustomed to this in this garden. Except that next door there is one dog. He's very and he sees the squirrel looking through a crack in the fence, a wooden fence. He sees the squirrel. And whenever this dog barks at the squirrel, panic comes inside the squirrel. And he runs with the brick as well. Run. Down to the end, there's a tree at the end of the garden. And he climbs up the tree. And he's because that's his natural reflex, is to go to the tree for safety. Runs up to the tree, but can't stay in the tree because the rope around the neck and the brick has to take it back again to the ground. And so each time it comes again like this. This is the life. It's living like this for so long, gets accustomed. You know, master comes, gives food, excited. I feel so happy to see the master now, who is really the captor. But now happy because associate food like this. But then the dog, then down. This is going on. This is the life of this squirrel. Then now winter come, all the leaves have gone. Then spring is coming. Now new leaves are coming again on the trees above. And then one coming summer, this squirrel is looking up and hears this and looks up and sees a family of squirrels dancing through the canopy. Through the canopy, no? And he's looking, you know. And immediately, all the... first, it's in awe. It's looking. Because immediately, it recognizes this life. What's this life? Freedom. Huh? And then it remembers, oh, bondage. It forgot bondage until it saw freedom. Huh? Then it started to look and see bondage, you know. And these group of squirrels are going every day through the canopy of the tree. Then one day they look down, and they see this little squirrel looking very thin and sad. So these squirrels decided, okay, we have to, this is one of our brothers. Come, we have to save him. So one day they come down, and then they start to, at first, this squirrel is a bit afraid, like, oh, like this. But they come and they start to bite the cord like this. Then Mr. Dog. And he's actually breaking now through the fence to come. Breaking, no? Everybody's excited. The last minute he breaks through and then also the cord is cut. And everybody goes in the different direction. Also this captive squirrel, boom, he's up in the tree. Can you imagine a squirrel more happy than this one? No, but even the other squirrel is not happy. He said, look how happy this one is. So happy. And so freedom again. And then time passes, winter comes. And then now little food is there. And this squirrel is now sitting on the branch reminiscing because they don't have any food. Reminiscing, oh, I used to be with the master and I used to have my breakfast in bed every day. And now life is so tough and all like this. So one of the other squirrels, they come and says, I know what you're thinking. Get out of this thinking because this is how you became trapped in the first place. So, I don't know if you like this story. You know, it's not a story about squirrels at all. Freedom is our way. We are free. In the beginning, you are free. But somehow, something wanted something from the ground, got a bit too comfortable. It is the play. No, I don't blame. But look at it. You want something and it became too comfortable, then you get captured. Then you get captured, and then for a while you're fighting. I don't want to be captured. And then somehow you get accustomed to capture. All these concepts, oh, life is taking care of me now. Oh, it's good, you know. I've paid the rent for 2 weeks. Everything is okay. Everything all right, you know. Now I've got a nice girlfriend. Everything is good. Next year we go on holiday to Greece. Okay, like this you're thinking. And then one day, but the...
I don't think so much like this, but somehow. Because actually, I feel sometimes I'm like slave with this world. Because it's comfortable, okay, but it's not bringing satisfaction.
Yes. You're a little bit smarter squirrel than the other one. The other one is still getting used to the idea, but the dog next door is who? The dog next door is the trial and tribulations come, and when pain come, when trouble come, when fear comes, what happens? You go back to original place. But you cannot stay there. Why? Because your attachments, this is your brick, the attachments is bringing you back down to the earth again. You see, you cannot go there. And then one day what happened? You see all these squirrels, you meet maybe an immortal being, and in that moment you recognize yourself. This is who I am. The people coming many years ago, all the squirrels coming to Arunachala, they've met an immortal being. They go, oh my God, but this is who I am. Now I was reading about this, but actually this is the embodiment of this. So now I don't believe, I see for myself. And through seeing for themselves, they begin to experience the natural freedom in themselves. They see, he sees all these squirrels, say, but this is naturally who I am. And when you see, and you've tasted again in your heart, again, what freedom is, then what happened? The squirrel became sad. Why sad? Because now bondage is completely repulsive. About the master coming back with roasted nuts and stuff, this goes out the window now. Because something greater than nuts and milk is here. Now you've seen again. You had a taste of it. That freedom inside you. Oh, no. Now I don't want any milk. I don't want... Who is this master? He captured me. Why you can see this? Because you have tasted freedom, even for a moment. And now you cannot tolerate bondage. You cannot tolerate it. And people come into satsang now, they cannot tolerate any idea of bondage. This is why sometimes they are so intolerant of nonsense. They become, no, I don't have time for that now. This is dragging me down. I don't have time. It used to take me 1 week to decide this. Now, 1 minute's enough. You see, something like this. Because you've tasted the freedom, you know freedom is not bound. I like these cruel stories like that.